Yo, what's up guys? So today we're here to go ahead and show off another variant of Adamantia. In fact, Adamantia is a newer archetype that a lot of people mess around with. Some people are calling it the new best archetype. And while it does have a lot of plays to basically bounce back 5 of your opponent's cards, which they can't respond to when the effect goes ahead and selects those targets. It's just kind of just like, oh, you don't respond to the effect? Okay, immediately I'm going to reveal them and you're going to lose out. This card is actually a card that you can special summon with their effects, which is super broken. And this is just one of maybe another step in the direction where this deck can go. It's already got insane back row. And on top of that, this effect is just insane. Dragite, once it goes off, you basically win the duel if you go second. You have the ability to just bounce back a bunch of your opponent's cards. But the thing that I wanted to mention that makes it so insane is the Earth Hex Sealed Fusion. And what this allows you to do is make a lot of more broken things potentially in the deck. But I'm really looking at Exterio because Exterio is the card that basically makes it so your opponent cannot Yu-Gi-Oh! If you go ahead and combine this with some of the other variants that I've been showing off, if you can go ahead and Exterio your opponent and then you Fossil Dynamite them, there is very little that your opponent can do without special summoning. And on top of that, if you really want to make your opponent rage quit on you, which I guess you could do if you happen to also be playing with the variant that I didn't show off, which is the Ties of the Brethren, you could make this go even further. I mean, we're talking about basically stopping all spells, all traps, and then they cannot special summon. And then on top of that, you go ahead and follow up with a Quackimiru, you can stop an additional, like, whatever you want, right? But the most important thing to go ahead and stop is usually monster effects. So you literally go ahead and throw in Guardian, and then you say that you can't special summon, and then they can only use one monster effect because you can't special summon. They just straight up lose. But I wanted to go ahead and basically highlight Exterio because it's probably the most viable thing because, let's face it, every single person is playing multiple copies of Impermanence in their deck variants because, well, it's a good card. And I guess this would be quite great since you're able to go ahead and excavate your cards in the game. And all you need to do for this and for the Hex Sealed Fusion is basically just happen to go ahead and make Barkion, and then this card will then let you go into Exterio, which, if you guys have played a lot of different, played up against a lot of different decks, they need their spells usually. I mean, trap cards for the most part don't see too much play in the game, and he's just going to go ahead and rage quit, which I don't blame him. I mean, you have this card which has access to bringing back another card, and then Reptide over here can go ahead and banish something from the graveyard. So if the odd chance he's trying to go ahead and quick effect something via the graveyard or to banish, to do whatever, you can go ahead and stop that. And on top of that, you have the ability to go ahead and pop, and then this allows you to, as long as you control a Adamantia Synchro monster, you're able to go ahead and have a counter trap card. So it does definitely shut down a lot of different decks, and we'll work our way up to some of the more meta stuff, because someone might be laughing, but dude, Glad Beast is a joke. I mean, okay, let's be honest, the new Glad Beast stuff isn't that bad, but at the same time, I want to give you guys a variety of gameplays here so you guys can see. Sometimes you don't pop off. Sometimes it's a Quackimiru pass, but Guardian is still a pretty good card, so he's going to go ahead and go for Channeler and go for that effect. And obviously Quackimiru and Guardian not letting that happen, not today. We got the old school mirror for it. I know it sounds dumb, but like honestly, so many Yu-Gi-Oh decks will try to push for OTK, and they're only about negating monster effects. I've seen this a lot, and let me know if you guys have been seeing this in your games. I've seen a lot more people start throwing in like Quaking, Storming, what about that? What was that? I was about to say Air Mirror Force. That's like, it's a translation of OCG. But obviously not the Blazing one. That one doesn't see too much play. I think Classic Mirror Force, it can still be disrupted a lot easier, but Quaking still gets the job done. Heck, if you're playing Dinosaurs, when everything's face down, you're getting extra damage anyway, so might as well go ahead and utilize that. But I really think that it's not even that bad of an idea, but I have definitely seen the rise of Mirror Force, and I'm not even like trolling. It's not that bad of a card now, because again, everyone wants to OTK, and it's usually Apollosa, but I feel like because of a lot of just Omni negates, meaning things that can negate multiple things, it can be kind of hard if you don't happen to have something that can at least negate one monster effect. So when you go and activate your Mirror Force or whatever variant of it, Quaking, you need to be able to also follow up with like an anti-negate. So you can kind of combat that. But once again, I mean, look at this hero player's hand. I mean, a lot of different decks. Okay, he opened up with a lot of spells here, but I mean, at the end of the day, Hex Seal Fusion's gonna go ahead and be like, all right, well, you've got one card in your hand, good luck. At least he's top decking an increase, right? But nonetheless, this card, I mean, let's be honest, Naturia Beast just beats certain decks already, but Exterio, again, stops impermanence, which is every single time you make Nat Beast, that thing, I swear, is a magnet. They always happen to have it. So it goes E-Call, well, that's not gonna work. All right, hold on. Let me try Upstart. I'm sorry, mate, that's not gonna go ahead and work also. And then on top of that, you have access to maybe milling something great, like Deshrew can be awesome for your deck as well. But I want to go ahead and give you guys all of the matchups, and in fact, like, I'll be honest, I haven't seen all of them, but I know my boy YuGiOh over here, and shoutouts to you, man. They were good. They were good. So I was like, you know what? I want to go ahead and check them out myself, because honestly, I like seeing newer things, and sometimes I want to see the matchups and kind of see how they play out. I could tell you guys right now, this Pendulum player, he does he still have Electrobite? No, he's playing in the future right now. Okay, just had to double check. Some people are still playing in like the other format. They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna select the new Master Rope, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that older ban list. People do that. I mean, dude, you see those people that say no synchro, no XYZ, and then they play synchros and XYZs? Oh, those guys are my favorite. Anyways, so I mean, going for Time Gazer Pass is obviously a terrible move. In fact, against any Pendulum deck, you summon this and they're quitting. Okay, we don't even need to watch this one. I'm gonna save you guys the time over here. All right, we're almost at 10 minutes anyways. All right, don't worry about it. Anyways, Orcus is a pretty good deck, I heard, right? Let's go ahead and check it out. So he goes for Mathematician, sends the cannon, gonna go ahead and summon Symbol Skeleton, go for Galatea. Galatea gonna go ahead and reset, go for the Babble. Okay, so he's going for Babble. Dingirso. Ooh, Dingirso pass. Ooh, he's got it in permanence. He's got a mass change. And he's got a Babble over here, and of course Symbol Skeleton over there. So let's go ahead and see what he actually goes ahead and makes. Because like I said, I haven't checked out all of these, but this is a deck where I think he can... Let's see how many spells it has. In fact, there's still some blank cards. What was that? Oh, that's the Girsu. That's the newer card, which they can completely go off with. He probably hoped to actually open up with that, but he still, like I said, has impermanence. It's impermanent. I guess he was just like, dude, I don't want any of this. I mean, he's not, yeah. Mass change number 2. Hold on. Actually, I want to check this out because I've been talking about the new Orcus because new Orcus is still really viable. In fact, like Dark Law still makes the game a lot of times in a lot of different decks. He's still playing the variant. Oh, he's not even playing the. Okay, I thought he was playing the variant where you get to. He's playing this Trisbania. But there's another variant with like Masquerena that I really like. That's the topic for another day, though. We're supposed to talk about the Adamantia here. Anyways, Raid Raptors. Oh dang, dude, we just saw some Raid Raptors. I saw it last time I was playing on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I don't know why. Is there some new hype up with Raid Raptors now that there's that new like ruling? I guess maybe you can make a post. So plus like the Super Boss. I mean, you got the VFD. Okay, so let's see what this duel is gonna go ahead and end up with, because I do see that Dark Ruler no more. Because this does negate the effects of everything, and on top of that, oh shoot, we didn't open up with a Naturia Exterio Ripperoni. Well, he's gonna stop all their effects. The only other effect is like Raptide, but he can still activate his Resonance, which goes ahead and negates one of the plays. Anyways, so let's see what the Raid Raptor player goes for, because the last one it was like it was one of the not paid land. It's the other level one where it gets to go straight into like the super boss. We still need this card in the TCG, right? Why Strix has not came out. By the time this comes out, this deck will probably be irrelevant. That's the unfortunate part with TCG, OCG. Sometimes it just takes too dang long. So he goes for Revolution Falcon over here, and we see the Quackmere Guardian, and he's going to go ahead and recycle one of the cards. Go for Adamantia Sign, which is basically their variant of Reborn. And then on top of that, you're going to go ahead and be able to choose one level 4 or lower, stack it on top of your deck. But I think this deck does definitely rely on some of the spell cards to go ahead, and I'm not sure if it's running okay. So it is running the rank up, because a lot of people are trying to go for, is this guy also doing the Kali Yuga? Everyone's doing the Odd Eyes. Is it Kali Yuga? No Kali Yuga? Okay, I guess he's ranking up to something else. Nonetheless, that would be a good option if you could make it, but is he going to allow it? I don't know. I see the Hex Seal Fusion. I'm already like, okay, so he's just going to go ahead and deal massive amounts of damage, and I guess that's going to be game. No need to go ahead and Naturia him. All right, last duel over here versus Shadal's, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you guys that deck profile so you guys can go ahead and mess around with this Adamantia variant. And like I said, a lot of people have been playing this deck. I've seen so many different versions. Let me know down below, guys, which one you think is the best. Honestly, for me, I feel like you could just mix in all of them. I've seen pure variants. I've seen, I think Guardian is still a good card overall. But going second with this deck, I really feel like I haven't really seen that many people play a lot of hand traps, and most people are playing triple on permanents nowadays because hand traps can be stopped, whereas on permanents is a little bit more difficult to negate. But once, oh gosh, yeah, I mean, wait, what? What? Why? Who rage quit? I mean, I don't think this guy rage quit because he didn't even know what it was. He just went ahead and set Super Bowl. What, did he have like no answers to that? Well, where's his cards? Hold on. Pause this. Did you forget to put in the extract? I've done that before. So he has Winda. Why did you rage quit? Like, you know, you can't respond to that. I don't know, the guy gave up too early. I'm kind of disappointed. I was, when I saw Super Pop, all right, this is going to be a good duel. I got pranked, man. I got pranked. Some people rage quit way too early in this game. But, I mean, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's be honest here. All right, anyways, deck profile. So, once again, shout out to my homie YuGiOh for hooking us up with, of course, that deck profile over here, as well as the gameplay. So this is his build. So he's running double copies of Guardian, triple copies of Analyzer, double copies of Leonite, double copies of Reptide, triple copies of Dragite. I've seen a lot of people do double for like all the small ones, but right now you got to run triple of all like the researchers, researcher, analyzer, seeker. Anyways. And you got 2 copies of Hexial Fusion. I'd honestly just say bump this card up, throw the Magical Mallets in here, because, I mean, at the end of the day, if you go first and you go Exterio, what do most people, oh, you, it's so dirty, dude, you even playing, I didn't even see this in the gameplay here, but he's also playing anti-spell, so they have to set things to go even slower. So, I guess that, therefore, like, Dark Ruler no more, good luck, you gotta wait a turn, which basically makes that card not as good. Okay, I see what you're doing, but nonetheless, I would play triple copies of impermanence. I feel like going into Yu-Gi-Oh! 2020, if you ain't maxed out on permanents, you crazy. You're not looking to win. Anyways, double copies of this, 3 copies of Ash, feet, I guess. Usually it's the Ash forehead, but this one guy, he's playing the feet. All right, triple copies of the Seeker. Like I said, it's all 3 of like all of the other Adamantia, like the people. The eggs usually 2/2, or I guess this guy's playing 3. Then we got 2 copies of Doki Doki, and then we got 3 copies of Adamantia, Monster Reborn. This card doesn't matter. It's from a Master Rule. 3 copies of Called by the Grave, so you can get your stuff stopped. 3 copies of Putite, so let's go ahead, basically lets you stack your deck, aka cheating. And then you got Animated Relief. A lot of the cards you can search through them, and then we got 2 copies of Anti-Spell, which I think, I mean, if you're already going first, I feel like this is already nasty enough. I would rather just play 3 copies of Impermanence, to be honest. I just think it's just too good not to play, but that's my personal take on it. And as far as the extra goes, we got Exterio, Savage Dragon, which I didn't see come out, but obviously this plus Savage Dragon is pretty much game over. And then Dragite, 2 copies of that, 1 copy of Omega, 1 copy of Barkion to, of course, go for your plays. And then you have 2 copies of Leonite, 2 copies of Reptite, and then we got Nashir Beast over here, and then we got Granite Loyalist, which can actually search out that card's a rock. Look at that effect. Add a rock monster from your deck to your hand. Hey, these are all rocks. Easy. Well, it's just a 2 level 4s, but I mean, you could make this. I like going. Like I've seen people, like, if you really wanted to, like if you can pop off like this, if you can go ahead and make an Exterio and then also follow up with like somehow through the plays you ended up adding this, I think that's a pretty good play, because it's not easy to deal with Exterio, that's for sure. But then if you follow up with Nibiru, they really are kind of crunched. And then we got Boral Lord, Boral Sword, and Apollosa over here. And then he got triple copies of Nibiru in the side deck. This looks like a pretty legit side deck too. Yo, the rip the Cyber Dragon variants. I've seen a lot of Cyber Dragon decks emerge, obviously with the new 2020 ruling. But anyways, there it is, guys. An Adamantia deck with, of course, Naturia Exterio, which I think honestly should be banned. But let me know, guys, how you feel about Exterio down below in the comment section below. But I think this card, it's only going to make the game more toxic and more less interaction. But anyways, that's the deck, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn on that bell so you don't miss out on the new Yu-Gi-Oh content. And if you guys want to send me other replays of other Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, just like my boy YuGiOh over here, shout out to you once again, my homie. Feel free to send it to AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. But thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.